On TTV.
Hello, what's up, my people? Let me hope that you are doing well. We are going to be together as usual. This is a bookstore show too on TTV. So I'm Popo, I'm back. I would like to welcome everyone who is going to be with me in this moment. So guys, we are going to read together this book. I would like to ask you, please be conscious to this, because this book will help you to know about your heart. When you are not conscious to this book, you will not get anything. You will not get any information about this book. So that's why I want you to be with me in this moment, because be serious. So we are going to read it as it is. No addition, no anything, just as it is. So this book is called Smile to Your Heart Meditations. This book will show us the more about meditations and yoga class. And remember, I promised you that I will invite a guest from our yoga class and the master who is intellectual about meditation and yoga class. And she will tell us the more about these things. I know most of the people doesn't care about that, but I want you, especially the one who follow me in the bookstore show, to live by knowing this. So we are going to lead as you see. I would like to start on introduction of this book. So we shall read. We are meant to be happy, you know. If you look at the motivations behind our thoughts and actions, conscious and unconscious, they are all to get us closer to the feelings or at least the idea of happiness. Yet, in spite of our worldly success and social relationships, we are sometimes feeling lonely, empty, as if something is missing. Even when we experience happiness, it tends to be more of a brief touch than elastic embrace. So we seem to slip back to a lower plane, a place of wanting again and again. Psychologists, economists, poets, and most importantly, you have long asked why. But for all the scholarships and human insights across the centuries, nobody has found a complete and enduring answer. Perhaps because it's been too close to see. The answer, the truth, is our heart, not the physical heart that beats in our chest. Is the chest, but our spiritual heart, the key connection to true source, the source of peace, of calmness and joy. And in opening and using our heart, we are blessed with a lasting peace and happiness that we can feel. Actually, and really feel as we go about our daily lives, because opening our heart is universal and applies to religions and faiths. Please feel free to replace the term true source with whatever name you use to refer the source of light and love. So this was a short introduction about this book. What I was reading this is the introduction, which will help us to know what is writing in this book. We will read a whole book step by step, short time. As we get a chance to read this, we shall read. So let me continue. When you get on a page one, as you see, you get many quotes about heart. The quotes which talking about what? About heart. So I would like to read one of the quote which called educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. This quote you all know, you almost know about it. When you educate your mind, when you get knowledge, when you get skills without humanity, without kindness, without a helpness in you, you did nothing. So when you teach your mind, make sure that you teach also your heart. That's why I chosen this book, Smile to Your Heart, in order to teach you, in order to show you that even if you have a wise mind, a clever mind, even if you have knowledge, even if you have a skills, but you really need to make your heart being feel happy, and you have to feed that heart, because we read in introduction that all happiness, all calmness, all joy comes from the heart. They told us that there's a terms, there's a calmness, there's joy, there's a happiness doesn't come about this heart in our chest. the physical one. No, it just comes in that heart, in the spiritual one. So, guys, let's continue reading, but I would like to read on page 14. Let's ask ourselves, why heart? Why our heart? Why does we found the joy, the happiness, the calmness from heart? Why? Why it doesn't come from mind? So let's read. Why is our heart the center of happy and beautiful feelings? Why? Why is our heart not our brain, not all other parts of us? The key? Our heart is the key because our spirit or our true self is within our heart. The creator true source is a spirit, and therefore our true self is also spirit. A spark or true source, our heart is the special facility provided so that there is always a beautiful connection between true source and the beloved children of true source. That's why it's our heart, not our mind, not our brain, not other part, not our hand, not our arm, not our hair, not our mouth, just in our heart. It's where we find happiness. So let's continue. Our brain is also a wonderful facility given by True Source so that we can learn through experience as our lesson here on earth to help us to remember about the true source. To mean the mind, the brain has the role of reminding us, has the role of making us to remember what we've gone through, what we have seen, things like that. But the brain can't give us joy, can't give us the happiness, can't give us the calmness, as the book says. Let's continue. So, in the same way, we must use our eyes to see and our hands to touch, not just to intending or thinking about seeing or touching. Our heart must actually be used to strengthen our connection to true source. You see, this book is trying to show us every part of human, every part of body and its laws. Because our hand has to touch. I have to touch about this, I have to touch this book, I have to touch on this one, on this heart, things like that. But I can't touch on my feelings. I can't touch on my happiness. That's a lot of heart. That's why they are telling us that it's a because of heart. That's why we don't find there's a feelings that there's a happiness, there's a calmness from hands, right? So let's continue by this. Yet, because our relationship is obviously not a physical matter but spiritual one. That's it. Exactly, I used to tell you this so. It's clear that we wouldn't use physical organ to grow closer to true source. Again, this is what the heart, the key to our connection, is for. And while the spiritual heart is non-physical, it isn't difficult at all to use. You will see this after opening your heart for some time. So this book is trying to show us that you can feel this only when you try to open your heart. And you may ask yourself, how can you open your heart? And you may ask yourself, for sure, my heart is closing now. That's why this book will teach us that how we are going to open our heart and get more more information about this book and get more information about this our heart, this heart, inner one, not the physical one that beats in our chest in the left side, I think, isn't it? So let's continue about this. In fact, our brain chooses true source, but we also properly use the special facility that has been given to us. Our heart to connect to true source. True source's love can help our spiritual direct with everything that is needed. This is a part of be this is a part of the beautiful gift of human body. You see, the part of the big gift you have given by God, it's a heart. This is what the book is telling us. So if you don't care about your heart, if you are not thinking about caring about caring your heart, if you no longer want to know the more about it, for sure you're gonna lose the more. You're gonna lose your happiness, and when you don't care, For instance, as a for the one who harvests, for the one who feed the animals. When you don't care about these animals, they can't give you. These animals can't give you harvest. If it's a cow, when you don't get a cow to feed with in a in a in a beautiful grasses, this will not. This cow will not give you the milk. That's why you have to care about it. Even the heart, if you don't care about your heart, your inner heart, you will not get happiness, you will not get joy in you. That's why I have to care about it. So, this book, I want to read not many things. I want to read a short page. Like, I'm going to read about our heart is the center of peace, calmness, and true love, and ended on this. Then we shall continue because this book you see is a big. We can't read it in the same time and this moment. But as long as we be together, as long as you give me your time, we shall read them more. So let's be on this. Our heart is the center of peace, calmness, and true love. Can you imagine? Did you know this? But let me help you to know it. When we open our heart, we recognize and release the presence of true source blessing. We can feel really, actually feel so many beautiful things within our heart, including lightness, calmness, peace, happiness, and joy, beyond all things we have ever felt from our worldly experience. You see, that's why the heart is a source of all things. It's because that heart gave us these things. And moments when we are enjoying the feeling from our heart are moments we are actually using our heart, letting the true source blessing work better in our whole heart and our whole self. Every moment we spend within the blessing within our heart brings us close to true source, to the external beauty and joy that our heart already knows and that our brains has been seeking. That's how we open our heart. When we used to be happy, when we used to be joy, when we used to be calm, that's how heart is going to be opened. So guys, I want to end up here. But make sure you are going to be with me to read together this whole book. Because this book is a big, but the way is a big. It's the way it will give us the more things about our heart. The more it's a big, the more it will teach us about meditation. How you have to meditate. How you have to be in a peaceful place and being conscious to what you want. Some people stay there, used to work their works, used to go to their job, used to be with their families, used to be with their friends, but they don't care about their heart. They don't care about where that happiness comes from. Because when now you don't have energy to work, you can't work. But can you imagine? Think about this. When you don't have a happy heart, when you don't have conscious, when you are not consciously, you will not get energy, you will not get this happiness. In order to live well, as the book, when you start to read to introduction, they tell us that we are meant to be happy. So whatever you do, the reason why everyone starts from Monday to Sunday, starts from the first up to the end of month, starts from the January up to December. It's that he or she wants to be happy in this life. Because this life is it's too short as you see, and no balance. So in order to live this and you live well, you have to search for happiness. So where you can find your happiness is just in your heart. How can you find the happiness from your heart where you didn't feed it? How can you know about yourself where you didn't think about you? What do you want? Whom do you want to be with? Where do you want to be? Can you imagine? So guys, make sure if you be with me in a bookstore show, especially to on TTV, make sure that you are going to be the special one. You are going to be different from the one who doesn't be with me in the bookstore show. So guys, I'm not going to take more time by talking about this. But let me hope that you're going to be with me. And I want you to read together this book. So guys, make sure you subscribe. You give us a like, you share to your friends, to your family mates, and make sure that you comment on this. If you have an idea, question, support for us, you may write in the comments. So guys, let's meet next. Ciao. This was a bookstore show 2 on TTV. Ciao.
on TTV.